You probably think that stand is a super awesome power to have, and I don't blame you for that, because they are pretty awesome, and who wouldn't want to have a second body that nobody can see, that can punch through walls, stop time, extend 2 fingers. Oh, can you imagine what you could do with that? Stands are the alpha and omega of JJBA, but getting a stand is very risky and hard. There are some people who had a stand since their birth, but there is not so many of them, so don't think that you will be just lucky, that one day you wake up and realize that you have a stand. But don't be sad yet, because there is the arrow. The proper and more common way to get a stand is by getting pierced by this bad boy. Now you can be sad, because there are 2 possible outcomes to this. Yes, you will get a stand if you are worthy, but if you are not, you will die. Simple as that. It's basically a Russian roulette, but harder to play, because to actually play it, you need to get the arrow, and just finding one will probably take many years, and many fights with people who most likely already have a stand. So if you are a standless person forced to get a stand, too bad, you will be killed even before you get to the arrow. So let's summarize it. To get the arrow, you need to know where it is, who has it, who is after it, and what are their stands capable of. Easily said, you need to be an all-knowing god. Normal human is just not capable of getting all this info, and don't forget that having all this information is not enough. You also need to be capable of defeating stand users, without being a stand user yourself. But okay, let's say that you managed to get the arrow and pierce your arm with it. Congratulations, you are now dead, because you are an unworthy piece of shit. Well, that is a boring outcome, isn't it? Okay, so let's say that you was worthy and got a stand. That is awesome, right? Now you have everything you ever wanted. Well, except the fact that your stand is completely useless passive stand you cannot control. Let's think Sculpey's Rolling Stones. Or even worse, Cheap Trick. Now, your stand is your worst burden. Congratulations on your ruined life. But what is worse than getting a useless stand after all this hardship you went through, is getting useless stand randomly, without knowing that stands even exists. Just think about it. One day you wake up and next to your bed you see a boulder shaped into a dead person. What would you do in this situation? Probably call the police, eh? That is what a regular person would do. But don't forget that it's a stand, so policemen would not be able to see it, and logically there would be no signs of burglary or trespassing. And once you realize that you are the only one who can see that boulder, what it would do with your mental health? Most people would just go crazy, sooner or later. Basically, only thing that would save you from going crazy would be encountering somebody who also has a stand and has some knowledge about them. That would be the best way to save your sanity. Or he would just kill you. After all, first encounters between 2 stand users are usually not very peaceful. So as we can see, getting a stand is basically impossible, extremely risky and dangerous. And I would not have a balls to use the arrow, even if I found it on the street right now. The risk is just not worth it, because let's face it, even if you get stand like Star Platinum, for what would you use him for? And also, we cannot forget that stand users are drawn to each other, so once you get a stand you will be destined to encounter and most likely fight other stand users, which I must admit sounds like fun. But still, no. Thanks, I don't wanna die just yet.